Tomorrow. That word has probably ruined more goals than failure ever did. Let me guess. You had a plan. Study after dinner. Edit the video at night. Start waking up early from Monday. And then your brain said, not today. Tomorrow. Here's the scary part. Tomorrow never feels lazy. It feels responsible. And that's the lie that keeps you stuck. Because I'll start tomorrow sounds mature. It sounds like you're being kind to yourself. Like you're pacing yourself. But really, it's just procrastination wearing a nice outfit. I learned this the hard way. I used to think I had a motivation problem. Some days I felt unstoppable. Other days I felt empty. So when I didn't start, I'd tell myself, it's okay. I'll do it tomorrow when I feel better. Tomorrow came. I felt the same. So I delay it again. That's the loop. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Here's what's actually happening in your brain. Your mind hates discomfort. Starting is uncomfortable. It's messy. You don't know if you'll do well. You don't know how long it'll take. So your brain offers a deal. Let's delay the pain. And it gives you a future version of yourself who's magically more motivated, more focused, less tired. That version doesn't exist. That realization hurt. But it also freed me. Because if motivation isn't coming, then waiting makes no sense. Here's the micro cliffhanger most people miss. You don't procrastinate because you're lazy. You procrastinate because the task feels undefined. Think about it. I'll study is vague. I'll work on my channel is huge. Your brain doesn't know where to start, so it avoids starting at all. So I changed one thing. I stopped planning goals. I started planning entry points. Not the whole task, just the first 60 seconds. For studying, it wasn't finish the chapter. It was open the book and read one paragraph. For creating, it wasn't make a video. It was open the script doc and write one bad sentence. That's it. Here's why this works. Once you start, your brain switches modes. Resistance drops. The fear quiets down. Momentum kicks in. But there's another lie hiding underneath tomorrow. And this one is dangerous. It says, if I can't do it perfectly, I shouldn't do it now. Students feel this before exams. Creators feel it before posting. You wait until you have the perfect plan, the perfect energy, the perfect setup. That day doesn't come. So I made a rule. Messy counts. Bad notes count. Short study sessions count. Imperfect uploads count. Progress only happens after motion. Not before. Now let's talk burnout. Because sometimes you're not avoiding the task. You're avoiding the pressure attached to it. When you tell yourself, I need to study for 3 hours, your body feels trapped, so it escapes. So instead, I capped my effort. 20 minutes. Timer on, no expectations. When the timer ended, I had permission to stop. Most days, I didn't want to. That's the secret. Freedom creates focus, not force. Here's a quick check that changed my nights. Before bed, I asked one question. What's the smallest thing I can do tomorrow that still moves me forward? Not the ideal day. Not the productive version of me. Just the real one. Then I wrote it down. One line. The next day, I didn't wait to feel ready. I just did that one thing. And slowly, the tomorrow voice got quieter. Because action builds trust. Trust builds consistency. Consistency changes everything. So, if you're stuck in, I'll start tomorrow mode, hear this. You don't need motivation. You don't need a reset. You don't need a perfect plan. You need one honest start. Tonight, not tomorrow. Open the book. Write the line. Set the timer. Messy. Small. Now. Try this tonight. And if it helps, stick around. Let's level up together.